What's up guys, Weather Wednesday coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today, we got some brand new news. There's going to be a Serpent Titan event where we're going to have an opportunity to earn a very high blessing for Mithrala, the champion that you get from playing Hydra. Now, she's a very good champion, and if you don't already have her, you should definitely be working on getting her. I'll go ahead and pull mine out of the Master Vault. I do still use her mostly. Well, I actually use her quite a bit. I use her in Doom Tower waves against some Doom Tower bosses, but mostly I use her for Hydra, because she has a great cleanse with a strengthen and a shield, and she also provides Hex with increased defense and increased attack, and throws a little bit of poisoning out there. Not too great. I do currently have her in Brimstone. If I had her in a higher blessing, I might reconsider that. I might even use her more often in live arena or some situations, because I could put her in polymorph if I had her 5 or 6 star. But let's go ahead and we'll take a look at what the news has to say regarding this Serpent Titan event. It says, watch out, there's snakes about, blah blah blah. Starting tomorrow, running for about 2 weeks, there's going to be a Serpent Titan event. Throughout the course, you'll be able to earn, basically you'll have up to 1,750 points available, and you only need 1,500 to max out the event. And let's see, you can also get artifacts from the protection set, which is great, and get normal stuff, shards, books, all that kind of stuff. If you're lucky enough to find a 6-star perfect soul for a champion, you can fully awaken them in a single step. However, split souls are used to awaken champions 1 level at a time. Blah blah blah. Okay, I don't actually see anywhere where it says what level of awakening you're going to be able to get for her. I'm going to guess it's either a 4-star or a 5-star. Quite frankly, the ones where you can only get a 4-star are a little bit of a slap in the face, because they know how valuable a 5-star is compared to a 4-star. So if it's a 5-star, that's going to be a much more compelling case to do this than a 4-star. But you need to understand before getting into this Titan event that it's basically like a second fusion, except possibly even harder, because they're going to throw a lot of different things at us. Now, we can see where it starts. If you look at this, starting tomorrow, of course, they threw in a classic arena, which is very nice because for any fusion, that's basically the easiest points that you're going to get. But starting Thursday, there's going to be a Hero's Path event, and those are difficult. They're usually very shard expensive. If they're not shard expensive, then they are soul stone expensive. So if you're not summoning shards, you're going to be summoning from the Altar of Souls. It could also be like a Dungeon Divers type event, or it is at the same time. It starts at the same time as Champ Training Tournament, because they always have to have like 2 Champ Training Tournaments a week. And there's also going to be an Ice Golem turn attack and a Fire Knight turn attack. They're throwing in everything at us for 2 full weeks. It's going to be expensive. And you have to ask yourself, how important is a 4 or 5-star awakening for your Mithrala? Now, the more champions you get, the less useful she is. She's still useful for my account, and I have a fairly in-game account. Like, I'm not a Kraken, I'm not a whale, I'm not, trying to get into Plat Arena or anything like that. I've been playing the game for 3 years, and I use her fairly often. Now, if you're earlier in the game, you're probably going to use her for even more. You're probably going to be using her a lot in Arena. Now, when I see a Mithrala in Arena, that's the kind of team I want to attack, because I feel like those are usually pretty vulnerable because there's much better champions these days. She's not that hard to pick apart. She is useful against a lot of bomb teams. She can clear that out, but other than that, like, I would just choose something else if they chose a Mithrala. That's why you don't want to, like in Live Arena, choose your bomb champions too early, because they can be countered too easily with somebody like a Mithrala. Is this worth it? For me, I kind of doubt it. Now, we'll wait to see how the events kind of unfold. The big thing that we're going to start with, once we get to Thursday, we're going to see how challenging this Hero's Path event is going to be. Because usually those are some of the more difficult things to get. But maybe we can get, these points rather easily, and then something else is more challenging to get. We're going to have to wait and see. They've done these things before, and they mix things up just enough that we just never know how hard is it going to be. Are you going to have to spend all of your shards and all of your soul stones? And the answer is maybe. Like, I just spent all of my sacred shards last weekend. Watched the video. It was horrific. I almost cried a little. It was terrible. I did get one sacred shard from the clan boss today, so saving up for the next fusion, because I'm not going to be spending my sacreds. I probably won't spend anything for like a Hero's Path event unless they're doing a 2 times for something else. Like if they're doing 2 times for primal shards, great. They're doing 2 times for ancient, maybe. A content creator, I forget who speculated, maybe they'll do another guaranteed for something soon. You just never know. You never know what's coming. All we know is that they are trying to drain our resources. So you gotta make the calculation. Do you have enough shards? Because you'll have enough energy. You'll figure out the energy. In fact, if you didn't notice, in the clan shop right now, there's 1,000 free energy, and you don't have to use it for CVC unless you're in a clan that requires super high spending for CVC, because it's not personal rewards. So it's ridiculous going after a regular CVC, in my opinion. My clan does not go hard for a regular CVC. We go kind of hard for a personal reward CVC, but we don't have big spenders or anything in my clan. So I guess what it really comes down to is how much do you value a 4 or 5 star Mithrala soul? I think it would be nice to have, certainly for certain awakening stages throughout Centranos, the Cursed City. That could be helpful if you are an early to mid-game account and you have gotten your Mithrala. Certainly an awakening would help you progress even faster. It'd be very nice. It would help her be more valuable in arena and live arena situations, because you could throw that polymorph on her and it would be more effective, of course. So yeah, it would be nice to have that 5-star blessing for my Mithrala, but not at the sacrifice of all my shards, because the next fusion could be great. The last couple have been kinda not that exciting, to be honest. This guy, Shayak, I've finished him. I haven't even summoned him because I'm not totally sold on him yet. I think some people have found some uses for him in Hydra, maybe. And then the last one, I just finished up her masteries yesterday, the Incarnate. I need to fully level her up, but nobody's really using her that I see. If you have found a use for them, tell me, let me know. I would love to hear it. And then the one before that was Wixwell. I tried that Hydra team. It's way too much effort. Like, I had the champions and everything. I think I even had the gear. I just didn't want to have to figure out how to manual that whole thing. It's too complicated. I'm not smart enough for it, I guess. The last 3 fusions have not been my favorite. But before that, I mean, we had what, Armons? we had some pretty good ones before that. And Wixwell is very good. If you can figure it out for Hydra, he's great. If you needed him for Clan Boss, there are teams out there as well. But he's just kind of sitting in my vault right now because I don't personally have a use for him because that team was too hard to build for Hydra. So I'm hoping the next fusion is amazing. But I hope that we don't all waste our resources on Mithrala and then end up with a great fusion. So it's a calculated risk. How important is that 5-star blessing to you? I think typically with these, I kind of wait and see. The big one is going to be this Hero Path event. But there's probably going to be another big one that's going to be hard. They're going to ask for your resources. Just know that. Not just energy. They're going to ask for your shards. They're going to ask for your soul stones. And they're going to make you do a bunch more champ training. I'm out of champions to train, to be quite honest. I could pull a couple of these champions that I'm sitting on and build them, but I want to save those for champion chase or a fusion if I need it. So, let's see. I mean, we'll find out in a couple days. We'll find out starting tomorrow what the actual rewards are going to be, but I don't think we're going to be too surprised by them. You're probably going to get... they're probably going to start you off with like a 2-star perfect soul, and then you can earn your way up to 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star with each page, whatever. So we'll find out how hard it is. I'm worried about that Hero's Path. Let me know if you think that Mithrala Lifebane is worthy of all these resources for her awakening. She's a useful champion. You probably use her. Do you want her blessing that bad? Maybe you do. And if you do, this is your chance to get it. We all know how important blessings are in the game. If she's an important champion to you and you have the resources, I say go for it. If you're a little unsure, let's find out together how hard it is. I'm not worried about Ice Golem turn attack or Fire Knight turn attack. Champion training might be difficult, but here's what I'm actually interested in. Primal Quartz is available in champ training. And if we just look at overall, if we look at the Serpent Titan event, we're going to be able to get Primal Shards somewhere. We're going to be able to get Primal Quartz somewhere. And we're going to be able to get Immortal Soul Stones somewhere. And artifacts. That's going to be the protection set they said. So, is it going to be worth it? We'll find out. But just know, it won't be easy. That's it for me today. Thanks so much to all my new subscribers. I'm up to 356. If you want to add to that number, I would appreciate it very much. I am trying to get to 1,000 subs, and I would appreciate every single one of them. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back with more Raid Shadow Legends content. See ya.